So I think one thing that will help you a lot with climbing is recognize the comp they have. If they have a Brig, I don't want to see you just diving into their team and getting rolled on cooldown. If they have a Brig and a Torb who are playing together, you got the lore right there. All right, so today's video, we are back with another Where Are They Now? What is Where Are They Now? Well, we obviously do a spectating series, and what we do is players are able to submit their games 3 months plus later to see if they've improved, what they've learned. So previously, when we spectated them, they were a Gold 1 Winston on PC 3 months ago. Previously, we had mentioned to them that previously they had coaching, but said they couldn't climb and maintain above gold. And their main issue that we saw was they were diving right into dangerous targets like Brig and Torb and not maintaining high ground pressure. So here we are today. They say that, hey, emongg, previously I was the gold Winston player that got coaching beforehand. Other than that last video, I haven't consulted a coach since. I've been purely focusing on improving on my own. And I think I've made really great progress on that front. I do feel my gameplay is lacking in some areas still, but this time it's much harder for me to pin down what's really going wrong. The game here wasn't perfectly played by me. I made a few mistakes, first fight and that one diva bomb later, LOL. But overall, I think it's a good showcase of where I'm at now and should hopefully help us find where I need to improve still. So it sounds like you're having good results. Let's find out what you can do better. I don't mind you setting up here. This is fine. All right, not bad. Yep. I did say not bad there, but honestly, I thought it was going to go a lot better than that. Yeah, so what you did was you dove above the high ground, you kind of gave up your cooldown. I know I talked to you about, like, the high ground thing, but, like, I want to think of it sometimes as Winston, and this is what can make you a really good Winston player, and sometimes, and I'm sure players in chat have played against this Winston. Some of the most frustrated Winstons are the flank Winstons that know how to, like, sit on the high ground, pressure you for, like, 20 to 30 to 40% L charge, and then jump out, and then rinse and repeat. If you're going to play there, I want you to think more about disengaging out than I want you to think about engaging in. Right? You're already here, so like just, you know, zap them from high ground. Be annoying for a bit, and then you back out, right? And that is how you can build really fast Winston ultimates and also be a frustrating Winston to play against. You see what I'm saying? So I'd rather see you not engage in with that. Artist here to play the game on. I think it's supposed to be Ana, maybe Lifeweaver now. Good target focus there. Get out now. Get out now. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, no. You're good. You're good. Good job. Bad call by me there. I honestly thought you weren't going to get picks there, and then your team got 2, so you're fine. Here you go. You see what you're doing, by the way? You see how you're pressuring from the high ground? You can engage the Ana because you have numbers, but, like, you see what I mean about staying on that high ground and doing that? That's kind of what you want to do more of. And then you jump out to your team, or you jump away, not jump in. If you're going to play on that flank. Good early poke damage there. Remember, you're playing to jump out here. Because even if you Winston ult this right away, what's going to happen? Oh, that's unlucky. I would try not to ult, but if you need to ult, it's okay. Good job. Good job disengaging there. I'm okay with that. Nice reaction. Much better. This is going. Outside of the beginning fight, I'm enjoying seeing how you're going with this. You can ult this. Ult this. Yeah. Good job. Nice. Well played. Wow. I will say, I think we're seeing improvement. What do you think, chat? So far, from when we watched last time, I think we're definitely seeing a lot more improvement. Well played, good decision-making, good, like, rotations. You're taking the high ground pressure that we mentioned before. This was very good. So far, very good. Remember, disengage out here. Just remember that's your goal. Like, you can stay here as long as you think is fine, but I want you to play... Perfect. That right there. See that? Good job. Yep, you can do this because now you have the bubble. You can bubble them off. Your jump's here. Don't overextend. Yep, get on the Rhine. Play to jump out, not in. This is fine. I'm okay with that. This is not going in. This is going for map control. Pressure him from the high ground. You don't have to drop. Just pressure him. I'm going to explain something here because I think that's where you made the mistake. Okay, yeah, so you have the right idea. But what you're doing is, remember, the range on your Winston zap is really far. You don't need to drop down there. You don't have to drop down there. And you go, well, I want to bubble them and all this. Well, if you bubble, if they sleep you up here, then you can go for the play down there because you don't have to worry about cooldown. But that's why they get you there, and it hacks you up. So that is the one thing that you need to work on. You have the right idea, but now it's just about, like, making sure you're understanding you don't have to commit down there because the range on your zap is more than enough. Good dive on the Sojourn. Nice. I'm okay with that. You just engaged out of that play. It's a little bit aggro. Yep. Ultimate, that's fine. Go for the Ana. Ana might have sleep. Nice. You know, honestly, like, I have to play the song, but I don't really, like, blame that on you, though, either. Because, like, I feel like your whole team was there. Like, you didn't have to be the one to be on point. So I'm going to play the song. I'm not going to rewind on it, but I feel like that wasn't going to be on you. Could have easily touched the point right there. There we go. Okay, continue on. I'd recommend getting out of here. I would recommend getting out of there. Okay, good job. I was gonna say, you stay there for too long. Is what it is. Sometimes you lose the point. Right idea. You don't have to jump out yet. Keep this high ground. Good job. I would have actually kept the other high ground. I know there's a cast there, but I like the other spot better. Okay. If that's your plan. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I wouldn't. I know you're probably going, oh, why'd you pull me there? But I think that was a good pull. There's a chance that Cassidy gets you. It ended up working out. Good pull. Top left, top left, top left, top left, top left, top left. You saw them too. Top left, top left. Behind you. I'm telling you right now, there's... okay. Flush time anyway. Moira. Nice dive. Oh. Perfect. Go for the Moira. They just faded in front of you. You're gonna go for the Ana? Okay. I mean, if you think it works, that's fine with me. Perfect, good job. Wait for it. Yeah, you just didn't know where they went. Alright, you're dead. Nope, you're good. Good job. Big slam! You know, there's an argument that you could have played that safer. At the same time, like, if Rein solo shatters you, especially when they have all those ultimates, like, I'm okay with that. Surprisingly, I'm, like, okay with that. You know what I mean? I mean, you're going to lose the point anyway. This is a good decision. Nice job. That was a good decision to get out. This is the spectating series we do on YouTube. If you haven't checked out the spectating series, it can be both entertaining and you can learn something or two, which is fun. It's a good balance. We've been doing it for over a year now, which is crazy to think. And actually, we've been recently seeing, like, an improvement on, like... I feel like the ceiling on the videos now has risen, and the floor has risen also, which is really cool to see, considering we've been doing the series for so long. But I think it's also because the quality of the videos is getting a lot better. And I think I'm just better at doing these now. So... good jump out. So I will say, there's been massive improvement from the last time we watched. At least if I remember it correctly, I'm seeing massive improvement. You're understanding how to control the map a lot more, too. It's not going to be perfect, and I will say third point Winston here can be a slight struggle, only because you're playing against this, like, ground-based comp. But, like, it's been good. This will be, like, a very niche call there, but, like, that jump to the Ana. Remember, sometimes it's okay to wait, like, an extra second to be patient on your cooldowns. But, yeah, good job. Yeah, this is fine. There's a situation there where I let them get me. Where, like, I say I'm just going to go back to spawn and let them get me so I can keep my ultimate there. But you're also keeping the momentum in the map control, so I get it. So. He said he never deploys a team shield. They are all selfish shields. What if I told you that if your Winston is playing like a Reinhardt and you're expecting your Winston to use bubbles, then you're probably not going to get full value from your Winston. You really can't rely on Winstons to sit there and bubble you. A lot of Winstons are going to use it as like a line of sight tool and a more selfish based bubble. I actually think the way they've used most of their bubbles is correct. You know, there's going to be times where you can use a shield for your teammates, but like most of the time you're using the shield for yourself as Winston. It's your disengage tool. It's your engage tool. It's your block sightlines type of tool. It's not really a Reinhardt shield. So the Winston bubble definitely needs to be used for the self way more. Is there like niche moments where you can use it elsewhere? Of course, right? There's going to be moments where you can use it elsewhere, but like I think like it's generally you use it for yourself. So here we go. All right, well, they didn't touch the point now. A whole damn album this game. I'm not gonna play it back. I mean, usually I would play the video back on this one, but I'm just letting the song happen. Yep. Could have easily touched the point there. Love to see it. And there you go. I mean, they could have easily touched the point there. They didn't. They have a diva now. By the way, and maybe it's just me so far, but I feel like with the recent changes to tanks and this last patch, I think the Winston diva matchup is getting a bit more even now. Believe it or not. Like, normally if I ever go against a Winston, like, in top 500, it was kind of already like a good Winston can actually like play really well. But now with like the less headshot damage that you can do, and like Winston having the ability to kind of shred through armor, it feels like Winston actually is getting a lot better in that diva matchup now. And chat knows I love that matchup, like Winston against, or diva against Winston, but I think the matchup's getting a little bit better for Winston now. That's a tough jump right there. Yeah, so just one thing here, that jump that you did is why you're gonna go back there. Like I can't remember where you're going with the jump, but yeah, if you can't disengage out there properly, that's gonna happen, and that's why that happened. Oh yeah, no, I know nobody shoots bubbles now. It's just the bubble gets so much value. So, but yeah, diva definitely is. It's with the way that Winston shreds through armor because of like the left click. It's just that matchup because you do less headshot damage to Winston now. It just makes it a little bit harder for diva. So I'd recommend staying in your bubble rather than jumping out of your bubble against the diva ult. It's very, if you jump into the diva ult, it will get you. What was the plan? I think their plan, you know what I think happened there? I think they didn't trust their own bubble. So they thought it was going to land in their bubble. So they tried jumping out of the bubble, and then that was what happened. But yeah, just to make it clear, you don't want to jump into the diva ult. It will get you. He was trying to bubble the bomb to save his team. I swear that, and I'll go back here just to watch it one more time. The way I saw this, and maybe I'm seeing it wrong. Okay, is they bubble right here. See? They bubble right there. The bubble's down. But then they might have thought the ult was gonna land in the bubble, and then they jumped up. See? Because if they were trying to save their team with that bubble, then they would have jumped into the air with the bubble to do that. Instead, they dropped the bubble and went there. So maybe they hit the buttons wrong incorrectly at the time, but it seemed to me like they just wanted the bubble to survive. Then they thought the diva ult was gonna land in the bubble, and then they jumped to get out of it, and then he went there. See? Do you feel like the tank isn't making enough space right now? You know, so here. So first of all, great timing in you saying that. Also, good to see you doing the melee combo. The only problem here is like sometimes it's not as simple as like creating space by just going in constantly because like that's how your tank falls over. Sometimes as a tank, like there's no winning in a sense there. And what I say by that is like your team wants you to be aggressive, but if you get aggressive, you get rolled. And then if you play too defensive, your team's mad at you for playing too defensive. And there's no winning on that side. This is one of those situations because nothing's happened early on in the game. The dive to high ground becomes a bit more difficult, and it's like, who else can actually go in with the Winston? Nobody, right? So it's very reliant on everybody in the team being able to get like initial burst damage and picks at that point. So like this is a fine play. It's because you had the Winston ults there, but previous to that, like it was gonna be really hard to make that play. The ult makes sense here. Nice. Good combo. Ooh, the Mercy. You see the Mercy too. You know they're low. Oh, what a nade. Good job. See? I think that was a well-timed rush by you. Good Winston ult too. Your Winston ult's have gone a lot better. Nice job. Now, what you would be doing is going up top to stuff one of the... Yep, perfect. Exactly what you want to do. You're just keeping control of this area. I like this spot because you can block off 2 doorways and you have vision of the 3rd, right? So you have vision of this one. I want to point out the reason why I want you to start up there is because you can get a little bit more value without having to engage in. Now that you have to overextend in, like you're gonna lose a little bit of the surprise there, and you can not disengage out correctly. So right now you're in that mode of not disengaging out. Good movement around them though. This is a good dive now. This is good because now they're out of position and then nothing happened. That was good. You probably won't be able to get the Mercy there, but like you can at least pressure them, which I'm totally fine with. And you're close to another ult. That bubble, you know, blocks some. Nice, good job. Here we go. Bubble if you need to here. You have your ult. Good job going in because you can just ult. You saw Moira was low. You're saving your ult for now just so you can buy time on that. Moira's going to be low. Good job. Well played. I'm fine with that whole sequence. Outside of you dropping down early into that doorway, I'm very happy with that sequence. Nice job. Well played. Like I said, we're definitely seeing improvement. I don't think there's any other way to put that. Like from the VOD we watched 3 months ago to now, you're clearly playing a lot better. At least that's how I'm seeing it. And maybe I'm misremembering the game that we watched of you, but like, you're playing a lot better right now, at least in my opinion.
Not ready to overclock just yet.
Well, we're gonna guess what the rank is at the end. That's what the way this series works is we guess what their rank is. So we look at the where are they now, but then at the end of the video, we also guess where they're at. So. Shino, thanks for the 6 months of the Finnish fans. Thank you. Heck, I'm glad you enjoy. That was a tough dive. That was one of those things where they're playing very defensive and you dive in. Like, there's an opportunity here where you can go on, like, the high ground roof there and then play a little bit smarter there. But I also know how that goes where, like, you want to get really aggressive and make the play, so I'll give you that one. I would recommend you start with your Winston ultimate because if you go in with your Winston, you can force out ultimates and you can get nanoed after. Alright, D.Va's low. I actually don't mind you playing this way here. I actually like this. And mainly because, like, they were clearly going to dive your Sojourn. So at that point, you can at least take away the D.Va getting full value. And like I said, Winston's getting a lot better against D.Va now. That was really good. And now you have the opportunity to be aggressive with your ultimate and overextend. Yes, perfect. Wonderful. Nice job. Love that. Good play. Yeah, I mean, the support line's doing great. Yeah, but, like, sometimes, like, it can kind of go both ways in the sense that if you're playing well as a tank, it also makes it easier for your supports, and vice versa. So, like, I think this is, like, one of those situations where you're playing well on tank, which is making it easier on your supports, right? And then because you're making it easier on your supports have to think about less. And I've always talked about whenever I have to think about less in-game, my aim gets better, my decision-making gets better, everything. It's when I have to think about 20 different things at once where all of that gets worse. So, like, you're making it easy on your supports, and they trust that when you are taking damage, you have ways to get out. Obviously, this is a tough one. Tracer's on you, so yeah, I actually like that you did that. That was a good decision because they would have went for you, and you would have probably gotten rolled on the health pack anyway. That worked out perfectly. Nice job. Get in the Mercy. You hit a right-click on him. Nice. Perfect. I mean, that's just perfect. Straight up. Cart's not moving, but at a certain point, like, that's on your team. That's because they're on the cart anyway. Nice dive. You have Winston all again. Dive the Tracer. There's no health pack there, so that you're good there. Perfect. Now you want to go stuff the doors. You know Mercy's there, playing above them. Once again, using the high ground control, you can zap down. You're going to have vision of where they go. You see Moira, you know Moira has no fade, but going here, this is exactly what you want to do. Diving back now, you want to bubble in about 2 seconds. Perfect bubble. This is just because the people behind you won't be able to do that. You are going to struggle here in a second, though. You have to ult it because it's only 15 seconds. Your team all backed up, though, by the way. Good decision. Good decision. Yeah. And you have one more jump out. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's fine, too. Drop again now. Don't dive this just yet. I know it's going to be like a... Okay, I'll give it to you. If it works, it works. Staying on the high ground, using the platform. This is actually really good. Oh, you can actually win this. A good bubble will help you so much here, too. This bubble's going to be good. I like this. Because now they're kind of stuck here, and they have to push into your team. Perfect grenade. Good dive on the Mercy. Oh, this is perfect. That's fine. That Reaper won't get as much value as you think it will. That's fine. You still win these. Come on. Come on, team. It's been so good. I think that might be it. No! Wait, Ana got the pick! I'm switching scenes. I don't think this is winnable. Wait a second. Come on, Ana. You got this! Winston's almost back! No! So close. But yeah, so just to summarize, you definitely have improved. Your high ground usage, your bubble usage, your understanding of the game has clearly improved a lot since we last watched your VOD. I think, like I said, your number one issue is just, like, understanding, like, that you don't have to drop down so aggressively, because, like, start to understand your left-click range. I think that's going to be your number one issue. Ults were great. Decision-making, for the most part, was good. You disengaged out most of the time. Anytime you made a mistake, it was because you just didn't have a disengage plan. Outside of that, you used great usage of high ground. I mean, I'm very pleased with what I saw this game. I thought you played much better than we've seen previously, and it seems like you very much took the advice. I mean, because last time we talked about not diving right into dangerous targets. You didn't do that. And we talked about maintaining high ground pressure, and you did that. You did both of those very well, and you did them efficiently. Just remember, a lot of the time, use the range of your beam so you don't have to drop down so early. And also remember that you want to disengage out the majority of the time. That ABC jump in and then bubble thing is going to get you rolled more often than not. So the way that you're setting up is a lot better too. So even though you lost that game, I think you're improving. Now, where do I think they're at right now? I'm going to say that I think they're probably Plat 2 or Plat 1. And there's a chance they've already made it into Diamond. Because right there, that was a really good Winston play. And the mechanics alone, like, even if I get this wrong, and let's say that you're lower rank or you're not in Diamond yet, etc., you're well on your way to Diamond. You're well on your way to Diamond. Because you had some really good moments and a really good understanding of how you wanted to do that. So I'm going to go with Plat 1 or Plat 2. I know that's a little bit of a wide range. And we'll see. Their rank is Diamond 5. Even better. So we were in the general range, but they're in Diamond. Already in Diamond. So in 3 months, went from Gold 1 all the way to Diamond 5. And honestly, it was very apparent. It was very apparent that you had made huge progress because you had a general understanding, and I think that you're going to keep climbing through Diamond at this rate. Heck, I might start seeing you in rank games soon when you start getting to that Masters level. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. Make sure to leave a comment. All of that helps. If you want to submit your own spectating, and if you look in the description below, you'll see my Discord. That is where you do that. We also record these live on stream, so stop by if you haven't. You can see the Twitch chat below the webcam. And with that being said, hope you all have an amazing day/night.